Breaking into the warehouse was easier than I thought, but then I was a natural pessimist. Living in Ankh-Morpork did that to a man. What little light there was in the warehouse was coming through the skylight, and shadows played on the walls as I searched for something to help the case. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was desperate enough that anything would do. The warehouse was full of crates. I wasn't surprised. That's what the warehouse was for, after all. None of the crates seemed to be of much interest, though. It looked like a matchbook. Even my paranoid mind couldn't come up with a reason not to pick it up. The torn matchbook had been found in the Pier 5 warehouse. There was something written on the back of the matchbook, but a corner of the matchbook had become ripped off somehow. I could make out the words Whalebone Lane, but it was clear that something was missing. The torn matchbook fitted precisely to the scrap of cardboard I'd found on the Milka. If the matchbook belonged to Mundy, and it seemed likely, then presumably the address had something to do with Mundy. I thought I could work out what had happened. Someone must have told Mundy the address which he wrote on the matchbook. Somehow, a scrap of it must have been torn off on the Milka, and he must have dropped the rest in the warehouse when he broke in. I had a suspicion if I didn't find Mundy at the address on the matchbook, I'd find something even more interesting. I'm back, so I can see. Have you seen Sapphire?
She's not here. She went off to see someone.
Who?
Who do I look like? A keeper?
Do you know what this is?
It's a matchbook.
Any reason it might have the address of the parrot written on the back?
None that has anything to do with me.
I knew he was hiding something. The question was, how could I get it out of him? I'm against unnecessary violence. Besides, these skinny types can be tougher than they look. So you don't know Mundy?
I've already told you that I don't.
And this matchbook means nothing to you?
Do you practice to become this irritating?
Well, I'm confused. You see, this is Mundy's handwriting on the matchbook, and this is your address he wrote. Shall I tell you what I think?
I don't think I have that much choice.
I think Mundy is here, but he told you not to tell anyone that he's here.
You're just making it up as you go along.
Well, I could always go and fetch the watch. I heard they were looking for Mundy too, and if he's not here, you wouldn't have to worry about being charged with hiding a known fugitive. They can get so impatient.
Mundy's not a fugitive.
How would you know?
You little... All right, you win. He's upstairs, but don't tell him I told you.
I wouldn't dream of ruining your reputation in high society. Until later, Mencken. I'd gone to a lot of trouble to find Mundy, and now the goal was in reach. It seemed like an anticlimax. I couldn't quite see what Mundy was doing when I entered his room, and seconds later I couldn't see nothing at all. The last thing I saw as I passed out of consciousness was the floor rushing up to meet me.